Hello, I'm There's the Cartographer, and this is the 5th video on my Fallout 76 Steel Dawn coverage. We just finished up here at the transmission station, and we're now going to head back to Fort Atlas, where there's been a distress signal that's been issued. So let's head back over there now. By the way, thank you Bethesda for making this free fast travel. Huh. Well, I was expecting there to be something going on out here. Maybe there's something that the scribe has seen on sensors or something? Anyway. Alright. He walks out here every single time. Okay, should I assume she's up in her normal spot? Actually, let's activate the quest. I just realized I have it turned off. The best defense. Okay, so straight ahead.
Fort Atlas? I knew it would happen eventually, but
Whoa.
so soon.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I don't know how much longer we could hold out without you. Atlas is under attack. These big mutant people blew a hole right through the wall of the substructure and came pouring through.
A mutant attack now, of all times. Unbelievable.
Scribe, status report. How many hostiles? Where are they now?
Dozens of mutants. I couldn't get a good count. We fought them back into the substructure and set up a makeshift barricade. We're holding them below for now, but it's only a matter of time before they break through.
Big mutant people? You mean super mutants?
If that's what they're called, it's a fitting name. But I'm not really worried about semantics right now. All I know is that they were very big, very green, very good at using weapons.
All the more reason to get down there and help. Let's go.
Hurry!
Alright, let's see how many are actually down there. I do have to wonder why they chose to come after Fort Atlas. Man, I'm getting some frame rate issues. Alright, that's a closet. Good lord, I get some awful frame rates down here. I wonder why that is.
Ramani herself. Now we're talking.
Good. Our initiate's held. And the barricade's still standing.
It looks like things have calmed down. Is this the last of the attackers?
Unlikely. Hostiles have been hitting in waves for hours now. Our scouts, the ones who've returned, reported the tunnels crawling with mutants. Here to show those
Then
mutants
we need
who's
a plan of attack. This threat won't take care of itself. We'll go on the offensive, take the fight to them.
We can barely hold a position of strength. Engaging superior numbers head-on would be suicide.
That's why they'll never see it coming.
Great. Why wait for death when we can rush headlong into it?
If we don't strike now, we'll just be worn down over time. You should know better, Shizu. Clearly the Initiate does.
What's gotten into all of you? This is no time for bickering. Look, I think there's a way we can make the plan a success. I have some explosive charges. I was waiting to plant them as our last line of defense, but maybe we can put them to better use. If we go into the tunnels and find their points of entry, we can destroy them and prevent any more mutants from attacking.
A surgical strike. I suppose that could work.
It will work, Shin. We have to take a chance on this.
As much as I hate to admit it, I don't see a better option right now. Fine. But the Initiate will plant the bombs, and I will control the detonator. Scribe Valdez will stay behind and command the barricade, in case we don't make it.
Very well, Shin. If that's the price of your cooperation, then I'll pay it. If only to hold our brotherhood together a little longer.
A little longer? What? Oh, never mind. I can wait. Here are the bombs. I'll stay here and do what I can for the wounded. Good luck. I believe in you. All of you.
Alright. So I guess we gotta go into the tunnels now. First question though, why are there tunnels? I've never known the super mutants to dig tunnels. It seems like more like something mole miners would do, except for they got these hydraulic jacks, or not these. No, these aren't hydraulic jacks. Oop. Oh, suicider! You know, I have to think that a suicider would actually cause a cave-in, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. Where'd Nut Shin go? Oh, there he is. Alright. Man, how extensive is this setup of theirs? Man, okay, so this is clearly a cave that was here beforehand. But was it just luck that they knew where to dig into Fort Atlas? What's this over here? Was this maybe another attempt they made? Okay, so it looks like they made multiple attempts to get in. No telling. Oh, that actually looks like it might be a mine shaft. Like an actual old mine shaft. Interesting. What is this place, though? Okay, so we got some fungus growing, some nice radioactive water. What is this? Why is it? Is that just foam that's making it blue? I don't know. Okay, let's keep moving. Big cave, though. Okay. Now again, it looks like we're in another...
I'm proud of our initiates holding the barricade back there.
There we go.
You never know how someone will react when they first see combat. Many were peaceful people before we came along.
Like that Putnam boy our friend here recruited, without any authority to do so.
The initiates saw an opportunity and took it. In exchange, we got a new trainee. Colin Putnam has a rare intellect. He could be a scribe someday. I'd have recruited him myself had I been there.
I wonder if she would be as approving if we hadn't sided with her back at the transmission station. Oh, Lord. Alright. Oop, another one. Alright, so we're definitely in a mine now. As to which mine, I don't know, but I think... Okay, we're moving northeast, which means that we could be moving towards Monongah Mine. Although I doubt we're actually going to end up in Monongah Mine. But, yeah, this is likely a coal mine. Just because that seems to have been the mines that were in the area. And, yeah, it looks like there's a coal fire up there. Let's see what's up here. Looks like a boarded up door and a toolbox with some junk in it. And a sack with some other junk in it. Okay, what else? First aid kit, cigarettes, and some more junk. Well, I think cigarettes actually are junk as well. Let's see. Yeah. Nothing up there. Let's see if there's anything down here on the ground floor before we move on. I am very low on stim packs right now, so I'm hoping to find some more in a first aid kit. Okay, this is interesting. Why are there radioactive barrels in here? Are they maybe burying nuclear waste in this mine? Let's see. Just again going to do a Rad-X to avoid radiation. Okay. Okay, a bunch of radioactive barrels. Anything actually back down in here? Doesn't seem to be. Okay. Alright, anything up here? Okay, well, maybe a potential fusion core site, but nothing in there for me. Of course, this is a private server, so one would have to assume that it would be there, but maybe not. I'm actually not sure how those things spawn. I typically have found it to be the case that once you harvest one from one of those things, you don't ever find one there again. But again, that's just been my experience with it. And I could be misremembering some things. Okay, let's keep moving. What? That glitch is still going on. Random pain for no obvious reason.
Isn't this what you always wanted, Shin? Ridding the wasteland of threats to humanity?
Where the hell is Shin?
Well, you're certainly no negotiator.
Some people can't be negotiated with. I don't know how you've come so far without realizing that.
Oh, good, he's stuck. Okay, well, managed to shove him out of that minecart. And unfortunately, we missed a line of dialogue there from him. You both still coming? Good, okay. Alright, we got doors on the right with a computer. Got a tunnel to the left, and a collapsed tunnel in front of us. Let's see what we got up here. Recipe. Apparently the people before the bombs are making iguana soup as well. Because I have to assume everything in here is pre-war. Or maybe brought in by mole miners, who knows. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, just door control. Oh, you have to go with the terminal. Okay. Okay. I guess so. Interesting. Little supply room, maybe? Maybe a little maintenance room? Let's see. Nothing to scrap. Okay. More just junk. Okay, let's keep moving. It's a strange little room. It must have been a supply closet that they kept locked because there were expensive things in there they didn't want people to steal. Alright. Getting close to another large room here. And...
What?
Suicider's coming. Gotta be ready for that. There we go. Interesting that did so little damage to the super mutants that were around him. Guys, you can't just keep walking back forever. Okay. Let's keep moving, guys. Oh. Okay. One has to wonder why I'm the main target of these guys when I've got two people in power armor with me. Let's see. Okay. Picked up a gun accidentally. Let's see. What else? More nuclear waste. Okay. We are... Oh! Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna plant some bombs. Because I want these things dead. I'm out of stim packs, other than maybe I think a single strong or super stim pack. So I need this fight over before they kill me. Let's keep moving. It's not like I can go back in and explore these tunnels anyway. And I can let the paladin in the night handle the fight in there while I take care of these tunnels. Only one bomb left to go. Alright.
Fall back. Get to safety so we can set them off.
I do kind of wish we could get more of an idea of what's going on here. Okay, there we go. Now we can take care of the last ones that are still around. Whoa. Okay, alright. Fighting's over. Let's take a look around here before we head back up. Because this is a very interesting little room here. I'm wondering if they're going to let us come back into this area or not. My guess would be not. But at the same time, they did let us go back into the transmission site afterwards. Which reminds me, there was something I didn't see last time. I went back to investigate. And I will show you that right here before we keep going. I have no idea why, but apparently the Enclave had Zetans in custody. Alright, back to that mine, though. Alright, let's see. We got... Man, I think lighting is causing a whole bunch of frame rate issues. Because it always seems to be in areas where I've got some fog and some lighting, some lights that make my frame rate just collapse. And I don't really know if that's if I'm reading that right, but I think that's what's going on here. Okay, we got some respirators here. That's the first time I've seen those when they're not attached to mole miners, so that's interesting. Let's see, anything else to find back here? All right, Safe. Looks like somebody was sleeping back up in here. Got a copy of Unstoppables 5. Is it the Uxaron Galaxy? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? More junk. Okay. And I think we can head back over here to the elevator and take that up. Very interested to see exactly where we are here. Huh. Oh, is this the other part of that mine that had the collapsed entrance? I think it is. Let's see. If this end is... Wait. Hold up. Let's see, we got a little mine fire there. Okay. Wanted to make sure we didn't have to go back that way. Okay, so I think we're... Yeah, we're back in the large chamber. Okay. Oh, that was sealed up before. Now it's not. Okay. Back to the basement.
Cavalry's arrived, and not a moment too soon.
The fighting's already over. Alright. Oh, gotta get back upstairs, I guess. Okay.
Paladin Romani herself? Now we're talking.
I don't understand this. Paladin Romani has been here. I don't... anyway. It's weird that they're acting like that's some big deal that she's here. Alright, let's get into this riveting conversation that's taking place.
Let's let Paladin Romani do the debrief.
Gotcha.
The mission was a success, and Fort Atlas is safe. Our decisive action drove the enemy from our home, as it has in the past, and will in the future.
We survived the attack, but now you need to answer for what you did at the transmitter. It was inexcusable. And the Initiate here shares responsibility. You had an obligation to act, and you spat on that to support this traitor.
Okay, what happened? You've been at each other's throats since you returned. I should have known something was wrong.
You did know something was wrong. Okay, let's see. We got 3 options here. Okay, so we got one that speaks of her negatively, one that speaks of her positively, and one that's just simply neutral and informational. Let's go with neutral and informational.
She did what now?
I destroyed the transmitter. The Elders are blind to the good we can do. We need to break free from their influence.
You only did this to escape responsibility for that incident. You can't bear to face the judgment of the Elders.
The Elders would have us stand trial for crimes we didn't commit. Your own sense of guilt is blinding you to that.
It's clear you can't be reasoned with. I don't know why I bothered trying. These new mutants are a threat that demands our unity. For now. Enjoy your success while you can, Romani. It won't last forever.
Do what you will, Shen. Cool your head and come back when you're ready to cooperate.
I don't know what to say. Paladin Romani has always butted heads with the Elders, but cutting ourselves off entirely? And I've never seen Knight Shin behave that way toward a superior officer. His rage has taken complete control of his senses.
Romani did the right thing. We're better off without the Elders breathing down our necks.
Paladin Romani's leadership has taken us this far. And she does truly care for all the people we've met along the way. Still, I can't help but wonder if her aggressive tactics and trusting attitude will invite trouble without the structure of the Elders to temper her. It's clear this rift won't heal easily. There's too much animosity between those two now. I still believe that they can come together in the end, though. I plan to do everything I can to make that happen. We've been through a lot. I need some time to think. Ad Victoriam, Initiate. Until next time.
Okay, so we got 300 caps. That completes the best defense. And let's see, what else do we get? Six stim packs, 4 Radaway, 6 purified water, 2 floater Nasher grenades, and a plasma cutter. Plasma cutter. What? Okay. Okay, that's awesome. I wish I had a melee character, because this would be pretty freaking cool. Okay. I don't think we actually got a new quest. Was that it for now? Why don't we check with Paladin Romani and see if she has anything to say.
What do you need, Initiate?
What more can you tell me about the Brotherhood?
If you have any additional questions about your duties, Knight Shin is in charge of new recruits.
What is the Brotherhood doing in Appalachia?
It is important that we establish our own chapter here, outside the influences of the Elders back in California. I am confident that I can build up the Brotherhood here and help the people of Appalachia rebuild.
Link in the chain that binds.
Thank you for your assistance with helping me accomplish that goal. I won't forget your loyalty.
She has a hard time making eye contact.
Greetings, soldier.
What's your role?
Regardless of Shin's feelings, I am still the Paladin and commander of the Brotherhood's Appalachian chapter. We are now cut off from the California Brotherhood. Without their support, it is more important than ever to build up our ranks and become a self-sufficient force in Appalachia. I will be the one to help the Brotherhood of Steel and the people of Appalachia to a new, better world. I am grateful to have your support while I accomplish my mission.
I'd like to get to know you better.
Social conversations with a superior officer are not appropriate, soldier. I won't tell if you won't.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm originally from the California branch of the Brotherhood of Steel. I was posted near Mariposa before the bombs fell, and I learned that some members of the U.S. military had created an organization to help people. As a member of the U.S. military, joining up with the Brotherhood was a natural transition for me.
What branch of the military were you in?
I was in the National Guard. Helping those who are less fortunate has always been a passion of mine.
What would the
Being able
elders
to help
do
protect
this
my community was an experience I'll never forget. But now, my mission is to protect you and the other people of Appalachia.
Who leads the Brotherhood in California?
High Elder Roger Maxon is our leader back in California, and is the person who sent us on our mission to Appalachia.
I have another question.
Sure.
What made you want to join the Brotherhood?
My mission in life is to help others and restore the world to what it once was. The Brotherhood of Steel is aligned with those goals. In addition to the preservation of technology, the resources that the Brotherhood can provide will assist me in accomplishing my mission. I will be at the forefront of rebuilding society.
Let's talk about something else.
Sounds good to me.
Let's talk about Appalachia.
It's a beautiful land, and the people are resourceful. We will do everything we can to support them.
Everyone here needs to get inoculated, or you'll turn into Scorched.
All of us have taken the inoculation. But thank you for inquiring. It means a lot to me that the people of Appalachia care for the well-being of others.
What do you think of the groups that have settled here?
They've done well to build such capable communities on the broken bones of the old world. Foundation is charming, and I admire their workmanship. The people of Crater may be more complicated, but I refuse to judge their group based on our past encounters with raiders. Over time, I'd like to build a lasting relationship with both of these settlements.
You know it's pronounced Appalachia, right?
Ah, did I slip up again? Old habits die hard. I hope you'll be patient with us Westerners as we learn the local vernacular.
I've actually been wondering about that, because she's the only one of this group that pronounces it Appalachia. I'd like to talk about something else.
Certainly. I'm here to listen.
Let's talk about my previous assignments.
Certainly. Tell me which one you'd like to discuss.
How are the Putnams doing?
George Putnam came by with a basket of homegrown potatoes as a token of his family's appreciation. I was pleased to tell him what a boon Colin has been as an assistant to Scribe Valdez.
That's a long trip to make. He was probably coming to see his son as well. Have you heard anything from the retreat?
There have been no more threats from Blood Eagles. Even so, the nearby swamp creatures give the villagers trouble from time to time. They don't have much in the way of self-defense. As such, we must strive to expand the Brotherhood's reach across Appalachia and make it a safe home for settlements such as theirs.
Do you think maybe, well, no. They need weaponry, but I'm not sure that they needed those missile launchers. How's the Brotherhood's relationship with the settlers?
The trade deal you established has been of immense benefit to us. All the time our initiates would have spent gathering supplies, we've been able to direct toward training and reconnaissance. If this is what results of putting you in charge of negotiations, we'll have to do so more often.
I'd prefer not to spend that many caps every time I negotiate. Let's talk about something else.
Your service to the Brotherhood so far is appreciated, Initiate. I'd like to see more of it.
Anything else? Let's talk about the current state of the Brotherhood.
The Appalachian Brotherhood is now free to focus its full efforts on helping the people of this region
If I
rebuild.
don't sleep tonight, I should...
Your support in these efforts is essential to me.
Are you concerned about the super mutants?
My primary concern is for the safety and well-being of the people of Appalachia. Anywhere that human life is threatened, the Brotherhood will be there. We cannot let a single threat blind us to all the others.
How do you envision the future of the Brotherhood?
Before I envision the future of the Brotherhood, I envision the future of Appalachia and its people. Safe, united, working together against common threats. I would like the people to feel they can turn to us anytime they need. As of now, our power remains limited. But as we bring more people to our side, so too will we bring prosperity to Appalachia.
Is there any way for you and Shin to reconcile?
I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion. His loyalty to the Elders is unshakable. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen.
Why was cutting us off from the Elders so important to you?
The Elders wish to turn their backs on the people they claim to protect. They are obsessed with control, and without their influence, we can focus on what truly matters. Rather than severing us from the civilians, we must work alongside them.
We arrived in Appalachia.
Rather than hoarding technology, we must be open to showing the people how to utilize it. That is the only way to return the world to what it once was.
I definitely agree with her on that. Let's talk about something else.
I'm all ears.
I have to go.
Stay safe.
Okay, we'll talk to Scribe Valdez, because I remember there being a single dialogue option we didn't cover in our last conversation with her. Well, our last long conversation with her. And then we'll talk to Knight Shin, and then I think we're done here until they expand the content further. Let's talk to Scribe Valdez.
Have a question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup.
Let's discuss the current state of the Brotherhood.
Sure. I'll discuss what I can.
How do you feel about Romani's decision to destroy the transmitter?
I'm conflicted. I was raised in the Brotherhood. The Elders gave me my education, my occupation, my life. But Paladin Romani gave me freedom. I always wanted to see the world. I jumped at the chance to join her expedition, and she fought to bring me along. Being out here, on our own, without contact with home, it's terrifying, but it's also thrilling. I wanted an adventure, and I'm getting that. I wanted to see Appalachia, and here I am. But stay here forever? I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, it took them, what, like 6 months to walk here? Granted, they might get some better way to go back, but this really does feel like a one-way trip. What do you think of the super mutants that attacked?
They're unsettling. They can use human weapons, mount an organized offensive, and they targeted us for an attack. I get the feeling we haven't seen the last of them.
Shouldn't the Western Brotherhood know enough about super mutants? I mean, that's what Mariposa military base was organized around, but anyway. Do you think the Paladin and the Knight will be able to reconcile?
It's not the first time they've butted heads, but this does feel different. All of their past frustrations feed into this conflict. The mutant attack does give us a common cause again. I hate to say it, but it might just buy us the time we need to come together. If it doesn't drive us apart even more.
You know, the funny thing is the responders in the Brotherhood came together to fight the super mutants last time. We might see the Brotherhood and the people of Foundation and maybe even the people of the Crater join up. Tell me about the incident that split Romani and Shin.
Right. Those weapons you've been chasing? We found them in a government facility on our way to Appalachia. We were supposed to keep them to ourselves. That's how we operate. But then we ran across a settlement being threatened by raiders. We couldn't just leave them to die. We equipped them with the weapons we found, but it didn't help. It was a massacre. The whole place was wiped out. Everyone was killed, including Night Connors. One of our own. The only survivors were 2 children we brought back with us. Marcia and Max. Night Shin believes it's our duty to report this incident to Elder Maxon. Paladin Romani feels we'd be punished just for trying to help.
Let's talk about another topic.
I'd be more comfortable with that.
Okay. I want to talk about what we uncovered in the substructure.
Sure. Always happy to talk tech with an initiate.
I guess we wasted that ultrasight power cell with the transmitter being destroyed.
It's a shame. But luckily I still have the blueprints and the original. I can make more. And we can always go back and retrieve the one from the transmitter if we still need to.
Great. Will you be able to revive the Atlas project?
No, I don't think so. As much as I'd love to, we're too short-handed, and I just don't have that kind of expertise. We'll have to make do with learning what we can from the project for now.
Same answer we got last time. I was really hoping it'd be something different. Let's talk about something else.
Sure thing. What's the next topic?
I think we've covered most of the rest of this. Let's talk about you.
About me? What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
California. Though, truth be told, I've spent most of my life in one bunker or another. My parents joined the Brotherhood when I was very young, so I grew up in the Order.
I also grew up in a bunker. Well, in a vault.
Really? How rare. You'll have to let me interview you sometime. I'd love to know more about the vaults.
Of course.
I have a lot to take care of while we get settled in here, but I'll get back to you on this. Don't worry.
Do you like being a scribe?
I do. Scribes are critical to the Brotherhood's mission. It's a mission I believe in. The work that comes my way can get tedious or overwhelming, but knowing I'm helping the greater good keeps me satisfied. Most days.
What do you think of Appalachia?
Appalachia. It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. It reminds me of the stories my parents told me of before the war. Hiking in the mountains, playing in the rivers. I think, despite everything, you're lucky, Wastelander. I don't say that lightly.
Sounds lonely.
Yeah, it can be.
What do you think of the Brotherhood?
We're a splintered organization with noble goals, but competing methods. We're a bickering family, but a family nonetheless. That's why I know we'll come together in the end.
I'd like to talk about something else.
Of course. What's the next topic?
Alright, let's check and see if there's anything new here. I want to talk about the Brotherhood.
Lucky for you. I know all about us.
We've already looked at all this. I have other questions.
Okay. What do you want to know?
I'd like to ask about being a scribe.
Sure. What needs explaining?
No, we've already asked everything here. I want to talk about something else.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
I have to get going.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright. Let's go talk to Night Shin.
I don't suppose you know how to spot weld.
Let's see what he has to say. I'm sure he's not going to be very happy with us. Hopefully he'll talk to us. He'll talk to us.
With every dinner. Your diligence in the wake of turmoil is acknowledged and appreciated.
Oh. Can we talk about the Raiders?
I'd rather not waste my breath on that topic, so make it quick.
Any thoughts on Pierce?
You mean that vile man we dealt with at the storeroom? The next time he tries to wax poetic about brotherhood tyranny and how he's trying to protect his family. Any family that threatens others to protect itself is just a criminal mob. And the way that Pierce tries to twist his words around you to justify himself, it's repulsive.
I like that he says any family that threatens others to protect itself is just a criminal mob, but it seems like that's a lot of what they were doing in taking the weapons back from the people of Crater. Paladin Romani mentioned you have a history with raiders?
And I mentioned I'd rather not talk about it. But, since you're so insistent on being intrusive, Night Connors defended my hometown from raiders. and subsequently brought me into the fold. I've seen raiders threaten and destroy communities a number of times, not just my own. As such, I believe it is within the Brotherhood's mission to address the threat they pose to humanity.
Why can't we all just get along?
Because the raiders are undignified outlaws who lie, steal, and murder as they see fit. Their existence is a direct obstacle to the Brotherhood's mission to save humanity. That's why we can't just get along.
Let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
Can I ask you some things about the Brotherhood?
Make it quick, please.
What is the Brotherhood's mission?
To procure and preserve dangerous technologies from before the war, and defend humanity from itself. Since the world went to pieces, anyone and everyone has been using what they can find in the wasteland to their own ends, unrestricted. If things continue like this, humanity will never make it.
I think we already covered all these. I'd like to talk about something else.
Make it quick, please.
Can we talk about the current state of the Brotherhood?
I can't imagine what it is you want to talk about. By supporting Romani's betrayal, you turned your back on the order and values of the Brotherhood. Nevertheless, we have something more important to focus on right now. Your status will be dealt with after the super mutants. Don't get too comfortable.
Oh, okay. Why are the super mutants such a big concern?
One, they're an unknown. I understand these creatures have been sighted around Appalachia for some time now, but this is the Brotherhood's first time dealing with them. We need more information before we can count this threat as controlled. Two, they targeted us directly. The blow they dealt to this base is unacceptable. We must determine their motives, if any, and take appropriate steps to ensure this never happens again. Three, they're an abomination. We've seen all kinds of mutants, but these are uncannily human. It's an affront to nature to simply let them be.
So, I got two things to say on that. On part one, I realize now, thinking about it a little bit more, that the Brotherhood on the West Coast probably dealt with dead super mutants, and probably before Shin's time, in that the people at the Mariposa military base that were being exposed to FEV probably did not survive the full process. And it wasn't until Richard Gray, I believe his name is, the Master, started his work in 2102, trying to create more super mutants and stuff, that super mutants started to actually be a real thing on the West Coast. So I guess it makes sense that they're not all that experienced with them. And on number 3 here, where they're an abomination, it seems to me that he probably would be very good friends with the the Elder Maxon of Fallout 4. Okay, let's see here. What's going to happen after the super mutants are dealt with?
We'll restore proper order to this segment of the Brotherhood. We'll remove any links necessary to reforge the chain. When that's done, we'll return to our original mission of establishing contact with the Elders, whatever it may take.
Isn't there any way for you and Romani to reconcile?
Romani broke her oath. Under normal circumstances, it would be up to the Elders to decide her fate as it relates to the Brotherhood. It is not my wish to be so shameless as to act in their stead, but if Romani is left to continue leading this force unofficially, the damage will be irreversible. Something must be done. And I am the only one left to do it.
You've really changed.
That's an odd statement, Initiate. I suppose I don't disagree with you. At the start of this expedition, I may not have had the confidence to decide for myself the right course of action. I relied on my orders. I made mistakes when left without them. But having to bite my tongue at Romani's leadership time and time again, that made my values clear to me. The next time I speak to the Elders, I won't be afraid to tell them what I believe.
Let's talk about something else.
Yes. No more distractions.
How can I be of service?
I expected you to go to Romani with a question like that. But if you're asking me, I'll answer. Eliminate any super mutant you encounter. It remains unclear what's causing them to multiply, so we can't take any risks. Besides that, they're an abomination to humankind, and a threat to civilians across Appalachia. They cannot be allowed to live. Be ready for new orders at a moment's notice. And as soon as we put together a more targeted plan for dealing with them, we'll need you at the forefront.
What do you want to bet he would want to kill Graham? What do you do here?
Considering what's happened, that's a complicated question. For your purposes, I still consider all initiates my direct reports. I will continue maintaining the armory and stockpiles, though some of those responsibilities will be distributed out to the initiates. My focus is on the super mutants. The sooner we can get a handle on that threat, the sooner we can get our hierarchy back in order.
Having completed the main quest, we should be able to tell them about the FEV vets. I'd like to know more about you, personally.
Does this look like a social club to you? I have my duties to attend to. I would hope that you have yours.
Pretty sure we've already talked to him about this. There's more to life than duty.
It sounds to me like you haven't decided your purpose in this world. I have, and it doesn't involve making friends with everyone.
Man, I got some shades of Dwight Schrute there. That's all I wanted to talk about.
Ad Victorium.
Okay. Well, we've talked to the 3 bigwigs here. I think we now have to wait for the next part of the whole Steel Dawn quest line, which
Vigilant, initiate.
technically isn't Steel Dawn. Let's head downstairs real quick. I still want to see if these guys are still down here. I heard chopping, so I think that... Oh, Colin Putnam.
Hello? How are you?
What's the impression of Fort Atlas, Colin?
This place is a gold mine. Of science, I mean. Not just the gear the Brotherhood brought here, but the machines that were already here from the observatory are amazing. This stuff doesn't even seem like any telescope I've ever read about, really. It's so advanced.
Are the Brotherhood training you?
They sure are. Knight Shin's trying to whip me into some kind of physical shape. Says I'm scrawny. I'm also working with Scribe Valdez a lot. She's teaching me so much.
Any regrets about coming here?
None. I mean, I miss my family sometimes, but this is where I was meant to be. If you do go back to the farm, though, tell them I love them. Even Marty.
I gotta be going.
I'll be seeing you around here. Ad Victorium.
Alright, well, he's here. I wonder why they've still got him wearing those farm clothes. I mean, everybody else around here, even the Brotherhood hopefuls, I think are wearing normal, or wearing at least those, like, uniforms like that. Let's go take a look outside real quick. Yeah, so I think these are the Brotherhood hopefuls out here. Yeah, and you can see they're all wearing uniforms.
Build society.
So I'm not sure why Colin Putnam is still dressed up in his farm clothes. Alright though, I think that that'll do it for now for the Steel Dawn questline. This has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.